नहमदुहु व नुसल्ली अला रसूलिहिल करीम अम्मा बाद फ़अऊज़ु बिल्लाहि मिनश शैतानिर रजीम बिस्मिल्लाहिर रहमानिर रहीम अस्सलामु अलैकुम व रहमतुल्लाहि व बरकातुहू रब्बि शरह ली सदरी व यस्सिर ली अमरी वहलुल उक़दतम मिन लिसानी यफ़क़हू क़ौली.
In this lesson, we will be looking at further preposition and pronoun, and we're going to be also looking at some special case which is called as the merging. Another particle that we will be looking at for the preposition is fi. The meaning of fi is in, but when it's applied on the third person pronoun, it will become then fihu, fihuma, and fihum. When it's applied on ha, that would become fiha. When it's applied on humma, it would become fihuma, and it should apply on the hunna, it would become fihunna. These things fi apply on the who, huma, and hum, and hunna, it will change. If you apply fi who, we can apply the third rule on that. If ya sakin is preceded, then change the vibration to kasra. So this vibration would be changed to kasra. So therefore, this ya sakin would force this who to change to the kasra. And in that case, it will become as fihi. The huma would also change because the ya sakin over there, and then this one would force it, that huma, to change it to hima. So that word becomes fihima. And similarly, it will be used for hum. It will become fihim. And finally, it will apply on the hunna, which will also change it to fihina. Now, fi when apply on the second person, it will become fika. There will be no change on that one. So fika, fikuma, fikum, fiki, fikuma, and fikunna. So there is no change in second person pronouns when a preposition particle is applied on that. The things would change here because this is a very special case and I want you to pay more attention to it. This is the first person pronoun. When the fi apply on the ya sakin, you can see there are two ya sakins over there next to it. I'm not going to join it yet at the minute, but we will see it at how they're going to join. And it's also applied on the la. Now let's see what happens when both ya sakins of fi and the ya sakin of the first person singular ya are at the rest, they both would merge. And let's see how the merging happens. If a letter repeats itself, say for example, if I open this fi, it will become fi with a ya sakin followed by a ya sakin. In this case, the ya repeats itself. So in Arabic, with the letter repeats, we're not going to write it as a separate letter. We write it as with a shadda. So that ya would become then ya shadda. So you see that crown shape which comes now is just because the letter is repeating. So an ideal situation in any case would be that the merging is that the first letter from the right is at rest. That means this one is at rest and this one has a vibration. Now let's see that what kind of a vibration can take the second letter. So you have the first case as that the first letter is sakin followed by a fatha, and that would become shadda with a fatha. And then if it is kasra, that would become a shadda with a kasra. If it is dhamma, then it would become dhamma with a shadda. Now you know that they are joined together, so we are now ready to apply those rules on the fi and the first person pronoun. So our fi would become fi. Now there are two situations where you can write the fi. A normal way it is written as, because they both are at sukoon, that means at the rest, that's why you can write it without that one. But normally you can write it that with the fatha on there. So in some situation you would see it that it would be with the fatha, and sometimes you would see it without the fatha, but they all are fi. And then when you apply the fi on the na, that would just become a fi na. Now you can see that one in the example here. We say that وَالَّذِينَ جَاهَدُوا فِينَا لَنَهْدِيَنَّهُمْ سُبُلُنَا وَإِنَّ اللَّهَ لَمَعَ الْمُحْسِنِينَ. So you can see here that fina is applied here. So fina, na is there, and you have seen that enough. So وَالَّذِينَ جَاهَدُوا, so those people who strive, fina, N-R. So fi is for in and ours is for the na. لَنَهْدِيَنَّهُمْ. So subuluna, just paying attention here that there is na also. This is a similar na here. So subuluna. Subul is used for the path. Na is then in our path. So whenever you see na at the end, that means this is ours. So that subuluna means in our path. Another particle is min. The meaning of min is from. That means from one place to another. So if it is applied on who, then it becomes minhu, minhuma, minhum, minha, minhuma, and minhunna. No rules apply on that one, so therefore you would leave it as it is. So minhu will become minhu, minhuma, minhum, minha, minhuma, and minhunna. Now it can apply that on the second person also, so it will become minka, minkuma, minkum, minki, minkuma, and minkunna. Now here comes a very special case, and let's pay more attention to it, because when you apply min on the ye, then it becomes something, and that merging we're going to take a look at that. Another one will become min na. I'm not going to join it at this stage because we're going to have a look at that, how it basically behaves. So have a look at this situation then. When nun sakin takes on fatha whenever joins to the letter following it. So this nun sakin would take automatically as a rule fatha if it is attaching with something which is coming after it. But there is another rule that ya sakin when joined with something, it always makes the letter before it with a kasra. Whatever vibration it is, it takes it to the kasra. So ya sakin demands kasra, and nun sakin demands that there should be a fatha on it. So there should be a fatha on the nun sakin according to the first rule. According to the second rule, the ya demands there should be a kasra. Now it's a dispute, so who would win? Now let's look at this in more details. The nun sakin, when it joined with the letter after it, will take a fatha, but ya sakin will take it to the kasra if it is joining with something letter before it. Now, no one wins in this situation because we're going to resolve this issue with an additional nun. We're going to bring that nun and we're going to call that nun as nuni wakaya. So nuni wakaya is we're basically going to solve our problem. The way to do it is just open it up, and we're going to place that additional nun in the middle here. Now you can see that one, the ya sakin would basically force this one to a kasra, so that would become a nun with a kasra. And now this nun and this nun would join together to make a merging. Because it has a kasra, so that one would have a shadda with a kasra. So your final word would be minni. So minni is from me or from us. Now I can join that one and I will get as minni. So that means from mine or from my. Now minna and the other case will just join together, which is minna, because the nun and this nun are repetition, and that will take it as a merging as it is. So this was the whole thing about it. When the first person singular join with the min, then it becomes minni, just because we need to bring an additional nun to resolve that issue, and this one just join and merge as it is. Now you have seen in this lesson that some particles have changed some of the first person pronouns, and they were also merging happen. So I will inshallah see you in the next lesson with some more particle.
سبحانه وبحمده سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك وأتوب إليك. ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة وحسنة وقنا عذاب النار. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.